Come in, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us about yourself.
Sir, my name is Mahesh Janjire. I belong to Srigonda Taluka, which is situated in district Ahmednagar of state Maharashtra. I did my basic schooling from Padma Shri Dr. Vithalrao Patel Sainik School, and I did my graduation in civil engineering from All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society's College of Engineering, Pune. Sir, this is my third attempt and third interview of the CAPA, and this is my last attempt, sir.
Okay. So Mahesh, why do you want to join CAPF?
Sir, basically, I did my basic schooling from Sainik School. So, since childhood, I had that attraction towards uniform services. My commandant, Colonel D.H. Parab sir, he was really motivating personality. He always inspired us to join the forces. During my school days, our school has given us opportunity and exposure to interact with different officers, whether police and army officers. So there was always that attractions, and when I started to grow, I realized that the role of police is not merely the symbol of power, but it is symbol of peace. And mere presence of police deters the crime and creates safe environment for the citizen. I think, sir, these things helped me to choose my career in these police services.
What is difference between power and authority?
Sir, I think authority comes when it has a legal backing of power.
Okay. What are your preferences?
So my first preference is CISF, Central Industrial Security Force. Second is SSB. Third is CRPF. Fourth is ITBP. And fifth is BSF.
Okay. Why your first preference is CISF and your last preference is BSF?
Sir, basically all these forces are so unique that it was really difficult for me to choose between them. But my preferences are based on certain interaction with some of my senior friends who are actually serving in forces, some of my friends who are preparing for these examinations, and also limited knowledge I gathered from the internet. Based on that, I prioritize it according to the three priorities. That is First is, sir, that is its all India presence. Secondly, its technology and opportunities it offer in future. And sir, third important was that this force which give me a diversity. And sir, I know that based on my marks, I will be called to join any of these forces. So I am equally ready to join any of these forces, sir.
Okay. What are the problems of CAPF?
Sir, first is CAPF operates in the hard areas, which are mostly isolated, terrain is hostile, and there is a lack of manpower, lack of resources, and a lack of even basic facilities. Secondly, sir, a recent report of Ministry of Home Affairs, it has said that there is an increased incidences of suicides, fratricides, and along with that, the high rate of casualties due to the diseases like malaria and dengue.
So suggest some measures to tackle these challenges.
Sir, first important thing is we need to modernize the force. We need to increase the manpower, resources, and giving opportunities in terms of modern weaponry, modern infrastructure, even basic facilities. I also think that, sir, there should be the greater engagement with the forces in terms of the local communication as well.
Okay. So Mahesh, tell us difference between army, paramilitary forces and CAPF.
Sir, firstly, the role of army is to counter the external aggression, which is the front line of force during the event of the wars, and protect the country from the external threats. Secondly, paramilitary force. Its organization is based on the army, and its command is with the army, but its head belong to the defense ministry. That include Assam Rifle, Indian Coast Guard, and third is the Central Armed Police Forces. These are the civilian force which major duty is to protect country from the internal security threats, which include CAPF, such as CISF, BSF, ITBP, etc.
Okay. Can you tell us about the difference between the RAW and IB?
Yes, sir. Firstly, RAW is the research analysis team, which primary duty is to collect the intelligence from the external foreign states and give it to the government. While IB's main role is collecting the intelligence inside the country from the threats that are occurring.
Okay. So, in case of internal security, Naxalism is one of the major challenge for us. What is Naxalism and what is India's policy towards Naxalism?
Sir, Naxalism is the ideology which originated in the Naxalbari village of district Darjeeling of West Bengal. Its major ideology is based on the overthrowing the government by use of the violence and use of guerrilla tactics. For that, sir, government has taken different measures. As firstly, it was extended from the Pashupatinath in Nepal to Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. So we called it as a red corridor. Government has taken a multi-pronged strategy which include development as well as security. In development, government has integrated different programs such as integrated action plan, civic action plan, security related measures such as fortifications of the police stations and also modernization of the police forces. Along with that, sir, there are certain agencies and are made by the different states as well, such as C60 Commandos by Maharashtra state and Greyhound by the Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Ma'am.
Okay. So you belong to Srigonda.
Yes, ma'am.
How is Srigonda connected to other cities of Maharashtra?
Ma'am, Srigonda is taluka which come under the Ahmednagar state southern areas, and it is a connecting link between the Pune, Solapur, and Ahmednagar. So it is well situated in tri-junction of these districts. Majorly, it is one of the agriculture prosperous village, and its major role it its major role in other city is that it has provided the base for the even cooperative movement as well.
I mean, whether Srigonda is connected by rail.
Yes, man. Srigonda is connected by rail and road network as well. And recent development is taking place, such as new state highways are being constructed near
Which is
Srigonda.
the nearest junction?
It is a down junction, ma'am,
Don.
which is 26 kilometers from the Srigonda.
Fine. Do you have agricultural land?
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
It is 5 acre of land.
5 acres.
Yes.
Who is look after it?
Ma'am, my father look after it.
Okay. Which crops are grown?
Ma'am, we basically grow two type of crops during the kharif seasons. Mostly we grow sugarcane as there is ample availability of water. As adjacent there is a Bhima river, and also in kharif and rabi seasons we grow wheat as well as certain crops such as chickpeas.
Okay. You have done civil engineering. Why you chose civil stream rather than IT or computer?
Ma'am, civil engineering is known as the core engineering, which was the first branch emerged during the engineering field. It, as I am a creative person, ma'am, I have a hobby of sketching. So, civil engineering offers me opportunities to develop that creative things. Civil engineers develop different buildings, different roads. They also work in the different areas. So that attracted me towards the civil engineering.
Okay. You have done your engineering in Pune city.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the major problems of Pune city?
Ma'am, first important challenge is the traffic jams. High number of the two wheelers and less working of the public transport. Second is the pollution. Pollution of the rivers, along with the pollution that emerge from the existing vehicles operating in the cities. Thirdly, it has the increased incidences of the crime, such as recent uh, there was a news related to the Koita gang.
What is it?
Ma'am, these are the certain goons and the organizations which try to rob the people and ask them for certain money. If they do not fulfill their demands, there will be attack on the people.
Okay. What is your daily schedule?
Ma'am, I wake up at 5:40 in the morning. I go to gym in the morning till 7:30, and after that, ma'am, at 8 o'clock I go to library. In that library, I have my schedule such as till the morning. In the afternoon, I have 1 hour of sleep, and in the evening, I talk with some of my friends while taking teas. And in the night, I watch certain movies or see certain videos. As well as, ma'am, if time permits, I also try cert my hand on some of my sketches as well.
Okay. Which is your favorite movie?
Ma'am, recently it is Sitarama.
Okay. Which language?
Ma'am, it is in Telugu language, but I have watched in Hindi as well.
Okay. Can you name few laws related to women?
Yes, ma'am. First is protection of women from the Sexual Offence Act. Secondly, Dowry Prohibition Act. Third, it is protection of uh, woman decency Act of 1986. But I am not able to recollect exact name of it, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know about PCPNDT Act? What is
Yes,
it?
ma'am. It is a preconception prenatal diagnosis act which prevent the early detection or diagnosis of the fetus which is in mother's womb.
Does it really works?
Ma'am, government has taken a different measures in recent past, and that has created a good results, and it has reduced down the crimes that were happening earlier. So it is going in good direction, ma'am.
Okay. What is your concept of woman empowerment?
Ma'am, I think woman empowerment is the broader phenomenon. It's not only giving them the equal opportunity with other men counterparts, but rather giving them such an opportunity that they not only stand with the men, but they should be given equal freedom. As majority of time it happens that the society culture often targets women and that restrict their freedom of choice, freedom of thinking, and there are also constraints such as family, friends, etc. that result into the their choice. Majority of time it gets diluted. But I think giving woman that choice of thinking is real woman empowerment.
Okay. Do you use any social media?
Yes, ma'am.
Which platforms?
Ma'am, Telegram, WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Yes, ma'am.
Other Facebook, Instagram,
No, ma'am.
Twitter.
No, ma'am. In current stage, I do not use that.
What do you think? What are the pros and cons of social media?
Ma'am, first is the connection with the people we do not know. Majority of time it happened that in earlier times we do not able to contact with the people who are living outside, but there is a one social community. Also, there is a social awareness among the people in terms of the environmental, cultural, and also knowing about the different locations. For example, we can see Eiffel Tower by sitting here with the help of the social media, as some of our friends visited there and they have posted a picture. And in terms of cons, ma'am, there is a increased incidences such as trolling and bullying of a people, especially women as well as men. Secondly, sir, there are increased incidences of the cybercrime and threat to the privacy of a person.
What are cyber crimes?
Ma'am, cybercrimes are the threats that attack on the particular information that are threat to the person as such, as well as the country as a whole.
Okay, what are your views on death sentence? whether it should be there or not?
Ma'am, I think it should be there for the such a heinous crimes, and in India we practice it in a rarest of the rare case. So we it should be there.
Okay. What is special about today's date? 24th March today it is. What is special about it?
Sorry, ma'am, I am not able to recollect at this moment.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
So there has recently been a demand for Tripura land, okay, in the state of the Tripura, right? So there are many social political consequences regarding that issue. But can you particularly elaborate the security concerns for the country regarding the demand for the statehood?
Sir, insurgency was prominent during the 1980s in the Tripura in terms of the different features such as all India Tiger Force, Tripura Tiger Force. Also, there are certain insurgent groups, but in that period, India has signed the peace treaty, and that resulted into the Mr. Lal Denga become the chief minister of the Tripura, and it was the first successful treaty that resulted into peace in the Tripura. But in today's scenario, there are concerns related to the migration and infiltration of the certain Bangladeshi nationals, and there is also threats related with the change in the democracy and vote bank. So I think, sir, in current scenario, it is need of the hour that we should engage in the peace talk. We should delete the apprehensions regarding certain sections that are accepting or that are demanding the forest laws and their rights in the forest of the Tripura.
Okay. So there has been recently an evolution of artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Okay. So it has revolutionized various sectors from industry to service sectors, right? So tell me about what are the particular security reasons, what are the new challenges that our country can face regarding rising of the AI? What kind of new challenges can we face regarding the evolution of AI?
Sir, first is that it can act as a security threat. I have watched one movie named Terminator: The Judgment Day. In that, human developed the Skynet, that is artificial intelligence, and later it attacks human itself. So it is a evolving technology, but some of the scientists has expressed its concern. Second, there is the threat of loss of employment for the people. As recently it has been also said by one of the founder of the AI, such as ChatGPT. Thirdly, I think, sir, its regulation is difficult, so it can act as a threat to the country.
Okay. Have you heard about the term gentrification particularly?
Sorry, sir, I haven't heard it.
Okay. So we have been focusing recently on the development of semiconductor industries, right? So what is the importance of that particular industry that we are focusing too much on it? Can you elaborate on the reasons?
Sir, semiconductor basically is useful for creating the chips that are used to create the sensors and that are applicable in variety of ways. For example, we see this air conditioner. So in that also there is one sensor and that operates on the semiconductor. There are different cars, battery operated devices for which semiconductor is at most important. So overall, if we see, semiconductors are important for the economy as whole. Uh,
With comparison to China, can you tell me what are the advantages that India has regarding the development of semiconductor industries?
Sir, first is that we have the man force and skilled employment. Where recently government has implemented the schemes such as Skill India, and that has imbibed the skills in the today's youth. So semiconductor mission can be promoted. Also, secondly, we are the democratic country, and in democracy we have given boost to the different sectors such as through our initiatives such as ease of doing business, and that has resulted into the increase in the industries. So there will be the boost for the semiconductor development in near future, sir.
Okay. Have you heard about the term windfall tax recently due to the Ukraine crisis, Russia-Ukraine crisis? There has been a lot of corporations that has been benefited from this type of profits, right? They are called as windfall profits. Can you elaborate what are the government regulations on that in India?
Sorry, sir, I will have to read on it.
Okay. So in the recent budget, we have aimed towards the elimination of sickle cell anemia up to 2047,
Yes.
right? So tell me, what are the particular regions in India which are affected by this disease?
Sir, it is the eastern part of states such as Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha. They are affected by this.
As we know that this is the genetically disorder, right?
Yes.
This is a genetical blood disorder. But why exactly it is located in those regions?
Uh, Sir, basically, it is. I think one of the reason is that underdevelopment of that region and lack of health facilities were there. But government today is taking different measures to boost the health infrastructure in that sector. So I think that we will able to achieve that target in coming future.
As you have mentioned, your hobby is about the sketching, right?
Yes.
So, do we have any scope in India for the industry regarding the sketch artists?
Yes, sir. There are very much scope. We have the different level of sketch artists in India, and there is also a bright future for this.
In this context, can you tell me more about the NFTs and the artists? Yes.
Sir, NFTs stand for non-fungible token, and in that any kind of asset such as painting or cartoons that can be transferred into the digital assets. So, in coming year, if any artist want to convert his asset into the digital form, he can be able to do that.
Have you ever tried yourself to upload on your sketch?
No, sir, I haven't tried it because it is my just hobby and not my profession, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, Mahesh. Do you think that armed forces violate human rights?
Sir, there are certain media reports that state that the armed forces has violated certain human rights, especially in northeastern states. But for that, government has taken adequate measures. Even Honorable Supreme Court has given the direction to the forces regarding and taken the enough steps to counter this human rights violation by the force.
Basically, what is human right?
Sir, as per United Nations Human Development, so it is said that human rights are the rights which are given to the person from its birth.
Okay. Tell us something about India-Ukraine relations.
Sir, after disintegration from the USSR, India and Ukraine share the ties. In terms of Ukraine was one of the producer in terms of the wheats, and also there are the cultural ties with the Ukraine. Along with that, sir, there is a large number of the diaspora in terms of the youths who are studying MBBS and the different medical practices are also engaging in the Ukraine, sir.
What is your opinion on India's stand in Ukraine-Russia war?
Sir, I think that international politics that works on seeing the importance toward the country's sovereignty and country's interest in the India-Ukraine war, abstaining from taking any side, as said by our Honorable Minister of External Affairs, that India, by not taking stand, India is not just sitting on the fence, but rather it is creating, taking the measures to end this war, sir.
Okay. What are your weaknesses?
Sir, I think my first weakness is I am little foodie person, sir. So sometimes I overeat. And
Okay.
second, sir, I think that my vocabulary is little less. So sometimes while speaking, I get stuck.
Okay. So your little fruitiness is problematic for CAPF in future.
Sir, I can reduce that by working on my physical fitness. daily, sir.
So Mahesh, tell us that how you are right person for CAPF and why should we select you?
Sir, I think that I possess the qualities that required to enter in the forces, such as not giving up attitude, perseverance, and constantly trying and boosting upsell and not giving up until you achieve the success. I think they are the important to work in the forces, as we have to work patiently for day and night while guarding the borders, while guarding the critical infrastructure. And during my phase of learning, I have inculcated this habit, so that will help me in my as career in Central Armed Police Forces.
Okay. So okay Mahesh, we wish you best luck for your future. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.